morning, boys and girls. Hope you are all doing awesome today. I hope you got to enjoy the beautiful weather yesterday, and hopefully you get to go outside and enjoy it today too, because the sun is shining and it is just beautiful. And it sounds like this week is going to be nice too, so hopefully I encourage you to get outside and get some fresh air and play a little bit outside and enjoy God's beautiful creation. So we're going to talk about bad habits today, and we're going to talk about the book of Psalm. Last week we talked about Psalm chapter 23, and this week we're going to talk about Psalm chapter 19, verses 12 and 13. So I'm going to read to you from the ESV. It says, "Who can discern his errors? Declare me innocent from hidden faults. Keep back your servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then I shall be blameless and innocent of great transgression." All right, now I'm going to read it to you from the NLT version, okay? This might be a little bit easier for some of you. It says, "How can I know all the sins lurking in my heart? Cleanse me from these hidden faults. Keep your servant from deliberate sins. Don't let them control me. Then I will be free of guilt and innocent of great sin." And then it ends with verse 14 that says, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." So David is speaking here again. He wrote this chapter as well, chapter 19, and he's praying to God and he's asking him to forgive him from these sins. There are two different types of sins that David is talking about. He's talking about hidden faults and presumptuous sins. So hidden faults are sins that we do that we maybe don't realize that we do. And then presumptuous sins are sins that we know they're sins and we continue and choose to do them anyways. And so both of these types of sins are sins that are sad and makes God sad, and they're displeasing to Him. And both of these types of sins are kinds of sins that we need to go to God and pray and ask Him for our forgiveness. I'm going to show you kind of a fun little illustration on the two different types of sins. Those hidden faults, those sins that we do and sometimes we just don't realize that we do them, or sins that we do once or twice, they're easy to break. And then those presumptuous sins, those sins that we do and we know they're wrong, but we choose to do it anyway, and sometimes we do them over and over again, and it's hard to break free from those sins. This tape right here is going to represent a fault. So when you have one of these faults, first I gotta find my tape here, and you do it once or twice, we're gonna wrap this fault. So you do it once or twice, we're gonna see if it's easy to break free of these faults. So let's see if the girls can break free from these just once or twice faults. All right, girls, can you break free? Break free. All right, so when you have a fault and you just do it once or twice, you can easily break free. What happens if we wrap ourselves a bunch of times and we sin a whole bunch of times? Then it becomes a habit. So we're doing that same fault and we're doing it over and over again. And like I said, then it becomes a habit and we keep doing it, and sometimes it's a little bit harder to break free from. So Faith, what do you think? You guys think Faith and Maddie are going to be able to break free?
Do you think it's easier to break free from a little sin or a lot of sin?
Well, I don't know yet.
All right, so when you do this sin and this fault over and over again, then again, like I said, it becomes this habit that you keep doing and it becomes really hard to break free from it. So let's see, girls, can you break free?
No.
Push hard. Push hard, Faith. All right, so no cheating. So whenever, like I said, that habit, it's hard to break free from, but there is one way that we can break free from this, okay? So if you have this fault and this sin that you keep doing over and over again, we can go to God and we can pray to Him and we can talk to Him and we can ask Him if He will forgive us from those sins and those faults that are hard to break free from. So talking to God and praying is the only way to break free. Some of you might be wondering, how do I do that? How do I pray to God and ask Him for forgiveness for those faults? Well, these are the directions I would give you. I would encourage you to fold your hands. That helps you so you're not distracted, so you're not playing with things. And then to close your eyes. I don't think there's anything actually in the Bible that tells us that we have to do this. but it's become a wonderful way for us not to be distracted by the things around us, so we can just focus on God and just feel Him whenever we're talking to Him. So we're going to fold our hands and we're going to close our eyes and just say, Dear God, we thank you for everything that you do for me. Today I come to you and I just ask you to forgive me for these faults. Forgive me for these bad habits. Forgive me for the things that I do, the things that I say, and for the things that I do not say. And Lord, I just love you and I thank you for your forgiveness. Amen. So that is one way you could do it. And if you want to be more specific and ask God specifically for those things to give you strength to stop doing those, that's another wonderful way that you can ask for that forgiveness when you pray. We're going to pray. And we're going to break it free. Now break, Faith.
Ouch!
Break free.
Ow! It hurts.
Can you break free?
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Actually, have a good day.